Hi guys, it's Simon at Kairos Capital Markets. Today I'm going to talk about risk management and how I manage my risk and kind of give you some idea about how I take the trades and everything else. So on the screen in front of us we've got an idea of the 1% risk model. So some people risk allocated like a lot amount or a certain dollar amount. I don't. I actually risk a percentage of my account each individual time. So technically my volume changes every single trade. The volume would change even if it's the same site, even if it's the same pair, same pip risk. The volume always changes, and let me explain why here. So on the left hand side here we've got if we lost 1% per trade every single trade. Now there's 40 trades there. If we lost on £10,000 40 trades in a row and we didn't do 1% risk and we did £100, a fixed a lot amount, £100 each time, you'd end up, after losing 40 trades in a row, you'd lose £4,000 you would. But with 1% risk you actually only lose £3,300, which is a net difference of about £690, £700 worth of loss there, difference. So if you risk just 1% of the account each time, then you actually reduce your risk each individual trade you do, which means you can actually go more than 100 trades on your £10,000 at 1%, because by the time you get to £5,000, you're obviously clearly only going to risk £50 of trade at 1%. So that'd be more than 50 trades down the road. Now, likewise, if you also do the same on the win side here, so let's say, for instance, you place 40 trades, you win 40 trades at £100 a trade, you'd actually only win £4,000 here. But on the 1% risk model, every time you win, you increase your risk by one. The same risk is 1%, but the money goes up, as you can see here on the right on this column here. You actually then make £4,888. Now the beauty of this is that means you've actually earned £888 more than what you would have done if you actually risked, again, just a certain dollar amount or fixed amount you'd actually ever do. So this is why I like the 1% risk model versus the actual dollar amount or pound amount of what you want to trade with. I've included two graphs here. You can see that they, if you do it over a longer period of time, they do actually start exponentially moving upwards. At the same time, they slow down as well, going further along on the negative side of things. So this comes into the next thing now of your average win rate. So as you know, I don't take many trades. Now 100 trades in a year would actually equate to about 8 trades a month. This would be my yearly kind of goal here. Now, if you've got £10,000, $10,000 account, whatever, and you take 100 trades and you win just 65 of them, at average rate of 3% a win, and obviously your other ones losing 1% average loss. Now, you always know I take 1% risk, so this is always fixed here. This changes, but this one here is always fixed. Then on this model here, I'd make 160% in total on my account. That would be 195% profit minus your 35% of losses, and then that means you got 26. So it'd be £16,000 in total would be. Obviously, that is 16 grand's worth of profit plus your 10 grand original balance. That would be. Now, let's say for instance you just win 50-50 of these, you still make money. That's the crazy thing. Now this is why what I want to show you here now is even if you only win 1%, 1.5% and lose 1%, you still make money on this model. Total gain 25% for the year, but you still make money. But what happens if you make 0.95%? Notice how all of a sudden you lose money. And what I want to show you here is your trade should always be no less than 1-to-1, because 1-to-1 makes it break even. Clearly on the trades you make 50%. Now let's say, for example, I hear people say, oh no, my trades are really good, 85%, 90% of the trades I win. Okay, great, no problem, you win 90% of the trades you do. But let's say, for instance, you only win 0.5% profit, you're only making 35% over the course of the year. If you go down to 0.25, for example, you're only making then 12.5%, which means you got then on this here, you may need to increase your trades dramatically, because these will be more short-term trades, to actually do that. Bear in mind, you're still risking 1% per trade. It's kind of quite crazy here. So this is why I always say take a minimum trade of 1-to-1 is your absolute minimum. For me personally, mine's about 2.5% is what I win. and normally I win about 65% of the trades I place. This is my average kind of here, really, 120% a year. This would be. Obviously, if the trades I could pull back in, actually get most of them, I'm actually got 85% accuracy rate. If my idea now really is increase my accuracy, and I actually earn more money overall, will. So the motto of the story here is this, really, guys, is I want you to understand that risk management really isn't just about, just making money, any money you want. It's actually about making a defined amount of money. And likewise, when you look through some of the videos as well about why we put our stops where we do, our limits where we do, you need to understand why we do that. So guys, I hope you have a good weekend. I hope you haven't got no trades open with the Euro-French elections at the moment, because at the moment it's Saturday. Sunday evening tomorrow is when they actually, the results come out. And I can tell you now for a fact the volatility will be higher. And if you've got trades now, your stops won't be honoured, or even your limits actually won't be honoured either. And you might find some people will smash some accounts out. Likewise, if you're only risking 1% per trade, most people would get out no problem. But when you risk fixed amount of money, high percentage trades, using a lot of leverage, you may find a lot of accounts be busted this weekend. Hope it doesn't happen to you guys, but please, I'll speak to you soon. Take care.